Hey, what's up, guys? This is Andrew Olsentowski. I'm giving you my NFL Week 11 bets and predictions. So let's get into it, guys. I didn't have anything on the Thursday game between the New York Jets and New England. That game closed at 13. It pushed. New England won by 13. So let's get into it. First game on Sunday, 9:30 a.m. I do have a bet on Washington +3, -112. That game is now down to 2.5. The number should tell you everything. Miami's coming off a big win over Buffalo, but this line hasn't really moved. It's back down to 2.5, so that's telling me there's some strong Washington money coming in. They've lost 5 straight. They are very desperate. I am on Washington +3. Chargers and Jacksonville. I'm on Jacksonville +3, -105. Again, Chargers are on a 3-game winning streak. Jacksonville blew a late game lead and lost against Houston last week. And they've lost 3 out of their last 4. But again, Chargers coming to the East Coast. They've won 3 straight. It seems like a close game here. I do like Jacksonville +3 at reduced juice. Tampa Bay at Buffalo. I originally bet Tampa +5. I hedged out with Buffalo -5. This is a game I really don't want no involvement with. Both teams coming off losses. Again, I could see Tampa playing them close, but again, Buffalo, I could see them putting up some points too against an injury-ridden Tampa Bay team. So again, this is a game I have nothing on. Complete pass. Chicago at Minnesota. Minnesota's in a good spot for this game, coming off a loss to Baltimore, but Minnesota beat Chicago earlier in the year, so this is a revenge game for Chicago. And Chicago, they've won like 3 straight, man. So, well, they've won 2 straight, but they are looking good. So, again, it's the game I really don't want no involvement with, especially with the number under 3. So it'll be a complete pass. Green Bay at the Giants. Again, I got the Giants +7. They just fired their coach on Monday. It sucks that they're not going to have Jackson Dart starting at quarterback for them. They got the interception king, Winston, starting. He cost me multiple bets last year. But they've lost 4 straight, desperate for a win at home. Green Bay's lost 2 straight on a short week, laying 7 points on the road. I like the Giants +7. I got them +7 -107. So I do have a bet on the Giants. Houston at Tennessee. I bet Tennessee right away at this game, +7 -105. It's a revenge spot for Tennessee. They were humiliated against Houston earlier in the year. They're coming off a bye week. Houston is without Stroud at starting quarterback again. I like Tennessee +7 -105. Carolina at Atlanta. Both teams coming off losses. Atlanta coming off that overtime loss overseas to Indianapolis last week. Atlanta's lost 4 straight. This is a revenge spot for Atlanta. They were humiliated against Carolina earlier in the year in Carolina. I'm laying the points with Atlanta -3.5 at -110 odds. So I do have a bet on Atlanta -3.5. Cincinnati plus Pittsburgh. It's a revenge spot for Pittsburgh, but this game was close. Cincinnati kind of clawed their way back into that game on that Thursday night game. They won outright and covered the spread in that game. And yeah, so this is a revenge spot for Pittsburgh. Both teams coming off losses. Cincinnati's lost 2 straight. And Pittsburgh lost last week against the Chargers in LA. So they're coming back to the East Coast. This number has crept up from 4.5. Or I mean, let's take a look. I mean, this number opened 4.5 at bookmaker. It's crept up to 6. Again, I think that's just too many points for a Pittsburgh team to cover like that, as big favorites like that. Again, Cincinnati coming off the bye week, 2 straight losses. I'm saying they figured out enough on their defense. Their offense can put up points. Pittsburgh's defense isn't nothing amazing. They're division rivals. I'm taking Cincinnati +6 -110. That's my bet. San Francisco plus Arizona. Again, I held off on betting this game for a while, but I did just place a bet. I'm on Arizona +3 -105. Reduced juice. Again, San Francisco has Brock Purdy coming back at quarterback. Both these teams are coming off losses, double-digit losses. Arizona was more humiliated, in my opinion. They're coming off a big win over Dallas on a Monday night game. traveled to Seattle on a short week, and they just got thumped by Seattle, humiliated, embarrassed. Again, their defense gave up a bunch of points. I see this game probably being a close game. The biggest concern I have is Arizona has a lot of injuries. But again, these are division rivals. I can see this being a really close game. Again, Arizona wants revenge for that last-second loss against San Francisco earlier this season. So I'm taking Arizona +3, -105. That's my bet. Seattle at the Rams. Seattle +3. Again, I don't know how you could bet this game. I mean, both two really good teams. The NFC West is playing each other again in both games. So, again, really good game. I have no lean on this game. Kansas City at Denver. I'm laying the points with Kansas City here. -3.5, -111. Again, Andy Reid coming off a bye. Kansas City's coming off a loss. Denver's won 7 straight. They're not looking that good as of late. Kansas City was embarrassed by Denver in a game Kansas City laid down to late last season. I think they lost like 31-0 or something. Just complete embarrassing. They rested their players. Still an embarrassing loss for Kansas City to have against a division rival like that. And again, Denver's won 7 straight. They're due for a loss. Kansas City's coming off a loss, just coming off a bye week too. You know how good Andy Reid is coming off a bye week. I think Kansas City's the better team, especially in this spot. I'm laying the 3.5. My bet is Kansas City -3.5, -111. Baltimore at Cleveland. I bet this game Cleveland +9. That's 3 field goals, guys. And this is a revenge spot for Cleveland. They were embarrassed by Baltimore earlier this year, 41-17. They're at home, coming off a loss to the Jets. Kevin Stefanski's coaching for his job. He's probably going to be out probably going to be out of a job at the end of the season. They're coming off 2 straight losses, honestly. So again, I'm taking Cleveland +9 at home. That's my bet. Cleveland +9, -110. Detroit at Philly. No bet on this game. I lean Philadelphia -2.5. Monday night, Dallas at Las Vegas. And again, this game hasn't moved off 3. I guess it briefly touched 3.5. It doesn't really matter to me, but whether I have 3 or 3.5. I know that 3.5 games land on 3 a lot. I get it, but I have a bet on Las Vegas +3, +100. I just feel like this is a pros versus Joe's game. Joe's on Dallas -3, pros on Vegas +3. I don't have any information confirming that. That's just my personal opinion on that. And I like Vegas here, man. They have lost 3 straight. Dallas has lost 2 straight, also coming off a bye week. Vegas is coming off a 10-day rest. They've covered their last 2 games. And I just feel like this is a really good spot for Vegas here, man. +3, +100 is my bet. So again, guys, my bets, we're going to go through it really quick. My bets for NFL Week 11, Cleveland +9, -110. Tennessee +7, -105. Washington +3, -112. Jacksonville +3, -105. New York Giants +7, -107. Kansas City -3.5, -111. Atlanta -3.5, -110. Las Vegas +3, +100. Arizona +3, -105. Cincinnati +6, -110.